Update 1.12 is here, and with it a lot of changes, and because there's so many changes, I'm just gonna speed through this intro. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell, because YouTube doesn't like to notify you when I post videos, and that's really lame. It'd be cool if you hit the bell and all that fun stuff. Into the video, let's get to it. Before we get into any of these other changes, let's just start off with one that we can all celebrate happily together. The reload bug has been fixed. This is amazing. It has been a long time coming. It was a game-breaking bug that really sucked the fun out of a match once you got it, and I'm very happy to see that it's been fixed finally. Alright, so one of the new things coming with update 1.12 is a brand new tutorial. Hunt's pretty complicated, and for new players it's a lot to learn, so this new tutorial is very welcome and awesome for new players. Not only is it more fleshed out as a tutorial, they also got the voice actor for Geralt to do the voice of the tutorial guy.
Tenacious. That's good. Except when it's not. If you want to live, be wise about how you approach a situation.
Which, that's pretty cool, that's pretty neat. I'm just saying, Crytek, you could have paid me. I could have done it too. I would have done it for more money, actually. I would have charged you more, but you know, I could have done it and it would have been cool. Here's my audition tape for this.
Welcome to hell, kid. You're gonna fit right in. I'm so drunk right now. Pick up that rifle. Let's go shoot some shit, kid.
But yeah, this is a really cool addition to see. I think it's going to make the new player experience a lot better, which is great. Anything that helps people get into the game and understand the game better is a great addition. The combat log has been reworked. It's going to offer you more details on the damage you took before you died. I think this is great. This is awesome. Moving on to the big winners of this update, it's the solo players. If you play Hunt solo, I'm sorry. But with this update, it's going to be a lot better. The main changes to solo gameplay have to do with traits that already exist. For example, Necromancer. You can now revive yourself when you're down, as a solo.
Ooh, it's a good thing I didn't crouch under there.
You let me body block me.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'm hurt.
You got hit by a sprint kill, you'll survive.
No, dude, I was on like sub 50 hits.
Oh my god, I can't hit her?
I suck! My aim a big poopy.
There's a sniper
That
crack.
shot at me.
There's another!
Wait.
What the
Holy Jesus!
This was a feature that they tested out in the last event, and have tweaked a little bit to bring it back to the live server again. Now, 10 seconds after death, you can self-revive, which is a pretty big difference from the 4 seconds of the past, but I think overall this is fine. Self-revive in any form for solo players is just huge, it's massive. And I'm very happy to see it back too. In fact, it'll probably encourage me to play solo a bit more, along with these other traits that have been changed as well. Like Magpie, which now, if you're running Magpie as a solo, you will have 10 seconds of Dark Sight instead of 5. You will also receive 2 seconds of Dark Sight back from looting a hunter or investigating a clue. Which is huge, massive. 10 seconds of Dark Sight is no joke. That's 10 seconds of wall hacks. That's pretty good. Now, this is a massive change that I think will level the scales for solo players by a lot. Regular trios will still have a numbers advantage on you, but now as a solo, picking up bounty is way more worth it. I would argue in the past that if you were solo, there was no point in picking up a bounty, unless you were just an uber insane Giga Chad. Because while the 5 seconds of Dark Sight is very nice, having your location constantly pinged while you're by yourself is terrible. But with 10 seconds of Dark Sight, you get more intel for longer, and you can loot back more too, which is very, very good. Oh, and an additional change to Magpie, this is for all hunters. When you pick up Magpie, you will get all 3 effects rather than just a random effect like you did previously. So you will get 5 minutes of regen, 5 minutes of poison, and 5 minutes of stamina. Which is a great change for Magpie that I've seen suggested a lot in the past. Previously, I would argue that Magpie just really wasn't worth picking up, even if you got it for free. It just took up a trait slot, and the buffs that you would get from it varied from being really good to just kind of okay. But now, if you're guaranteed to get all 3, I would easily say that it's worth it, and yeah, this is going to be a perk that I'm going to be running more often. Serpent has also been changed for solo players. The interaction range has been increased to 50 meters. This is going to create some pretty quirky and funny scenarios. Along with the changes to Magpie, I'm almost guaranteed you're going to see more solos that just sneak around to the bounty room and just serpent the bounty and then run away. It's going to be funny, honestly. It's pretty cool. And that's it for the traits. I think this is a massive buff to solo play, and I think it levels the playing field by a lot. Another new change is wildcard conditions. With this update, the wildcard condition will be the nighttime of day. So if you choose this wildcard condition when matchmaking, you will be put into a separate queue with players who are also looking to play the nighttime of day. Which is funny because I don't think you will see anybody in this queue, because who in their right mind wants to play the nighttime maps? I think it sucks for everybody. It sucks for snipers, it sucks for shotgun players, it sucks for people who use compact ammo. I think it just sucks for everybody. I don't think anybody likes it except for based flare enjoyers. People who enjoy the flare, they're gonna love this, I'm sure. They're just gonna, you know, make it look like a rave scene with all their flares around and all the bright colors and all that funny lighting and shit. Yeah, I think they're gonna have a great time, but, you know, aside from that, no. But this is an interesting way to go about the wildcard condition. I think they'll do something similar with the fire time of day. And while I'd rather just see some of these wildcard conditions just in the general matchmaking queue, I don't really mind them being a separate queue. So this is a good change for the extra nerdy players in Hunt Showdown. The left side peek advantage. Now I'm not going to go into the specifics, but just know that the left side peek advantage should be way less of an advantage than it was previously, and shown by the graphs that I'm sure you're seeing on your screen right now that I just pulled from the general Steam post about this update. It's a pretty big difference, all things considered, and a very welcome change. A very cool change. Thank you, Crytek. Very cool. Lootable Saddles have been added, so now some of the horses can spawn with saddles on them, or you can just kind of find them around the map, and there could be a weapon spawn on it, or hunt dollars. This is cool. The loot goblin in my brain loves, you know, having more things to go around and pick up and loot. I love this. This is an awesome change. Moving on to the new weapon variants, I'm going to knock two of these off at the same time because they're pretty similar. The Winfield Centennial Shorty and the Winfield Centennial Shorty Silencer. This is very cool. I think this is the first medium slot silenced weapon, and I think it's a neat addition. I like the variety. I like to have more weapon variants that can, you know, be applied to specific situations and playstyles and all that. So this is cool to see. Next up is the Springfield Krag Bayonet. It's a Krag with a bayonet. This makes sense to me. The Krag is a very aggressive rifle, so it would make sense that you would put a bayonet on it. I think with the Krag, you'll find yourself in more aggressive scenarios than you would with a Mosin, perhaps. And yeah, I think this new variant plays to the Krag's strengths pretty well, so it's cool, it's nice. But along with the Krag Bayonet is the Krag Sniper. It's a Krag with a sniper scope on it. I was watching the live stream. I remember seeing some pretty knee-jerk reactions to this, but honestly, I don't think this is going to be that popular. If we're thinking of the regular sniper player who likes to play long distances with long lines of sight, I don't see why they would take the Krag Sniper over a Mosin Sniper or a Lebel Marksman. Those two weapons are going to consistently two-tap way better. Sure, you get a fire rate advantage with the Krag Sniper, but honestly, I don't know if that fire rate advantage is really worth it in comparison to just the flat damage you get from the Mosin or the Lebel. I honestly think that the Krag Sniper fits a really weird niche of players. The players who like to play sniper scopes, but they like to play them aggressively. So they'll still be in compounds and fighting you in compounds, but they've got a sniper scope. They're essentially playing it like they're a Modern Warfare 2 quickscoper. And this is such a niche group of players that I honestly don't think you'll see it that much, but when you do, it will hurt. Some weapon changes that are coming with this update are some changes to the Lemat Carbine. It's getting a rate of fire increase, a recoil decrease, and its iron sights have been realigned so it feels more accurate.
Where is he?
Gun runner on the roof. Wow, the fire rate increase is really nice on the Lemat Carbine. I love to see this for the Lemat Carbine because, honestly, after using it during the event, I had no idea why you would ever use this. I know that the weapon clicked for some people, but I was not one of those people. For me, the Lemat Carbine felt extremely sluggish. It was cool to have a weapon that can cover medium range and also close range with, you know, a shotgun basically integrated into a rifle. But even with that little quirk, I just felt like it didn't really do either of those things well. But with the changes being introduced with this update, I think that the Lemat Carbine will be way more prevalent and way more useful. Two new questlines are available in this update, the Ward of the Reptilian and the Vengeance of the Skinned. Questlines are super fun to have around. I definitely find that there are more players running some weird and out there loadouts when the questlines are active versus, regular hunt gameplay of long ammo and shotguns. So it's really nice to see new questlines and have some new challenges to grind out. Love it. And last but not least, there have been some changes to specific compounds around the map. In fact, I think it's only one compound that's had a really big change, and that would be Weeping Stonemill. There's been a new entrance added to that compound, which is really nice. And real quick, I just want to go over the roadmap video that was put out by Crytek. In this video, they went over a couple things, but just to list them off real quick. Roaming bosses, new pacts, more events, blood bonds being used for cosmetics, reload bugs and server issues being addressed, a shooting range with teammates, and a new map with a new biome in 2024. It's a long video, but if you have the time, I would highly recommend going and watching it. They go over all of these changes with more detail than I have with my little bullet points here. But overall, the future for Hunt looks very bright. I'm very excited to see these changes play out over the next few years, and I can't wait to see what the future brings for Hunt Showdown. And that is it for update 1.12. This is a very solid update, and along with the roadmap video from Crytek, I can't wait to see what's next for Hunt. But that's all from me. I'm gonna go eat a sandwich or something. Take it easy, guys.